I used to take myself out on dates.
Alright, hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to another video. So today, like the videos that I kind of want to do with my hair, I didn't want to just pick my hair out, you know what I'm saying, kind of ruin this style. So I decided to do like a takedown video and possibly like a get ready with me, should I say, or what I'm gonna wear, even though we not about to do nothing but go in the living room. And just like a chit chat video. So if that's something you're interested in, then just keep on watching. So I've had my hair like this for a few days. It just did some like medium-sized twists, and I did some braids on the side, and I had some of the gold on the braids, but they came out, will work, whatever. So I've just been wearing it like this, or in a puff or ponytail, whatever. And don't mind my armpits. So what have you guys been up to? Honestly, like I wanted to have like more content out during this time, but it's like I work, and I just changed positions at my job, sort of, so I'm not like driving anymore. Oh, some apricot oil on my fingers for frizz. So I work super early, like I gotta be there at 5 in the morning, and it takes me 30 minutes to get to work. So it's like when I come home, you know, I be tired and I eat and watch some TV, and then before I know it, it's like it's time to go to sleep. So, but I'm trying to get like a system down because this is the first week during that schedule. So yeah, pretty much, I guess I wanted to talk about like self-care. Not even really self-care, should I say, like self-esteem, you know what I mean? How to vibrate at your highest frequency. And I feel like it's something that's important, just because this is something that women face on an everyday basis, of all complexions, but I can only speak from a brown skin perspective, or what someone may say a dark skin perspective, because growing up, you know, I'm 28, so growing up, like, you know, dark skin, brown skin women were not the thing, honey, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, we were the butt end of all the jokes, and that really did, you know, take a toll on my self-esteem, you know. It really did take a long time for me to like feel beautiful. Now granted, I've always loved myself. I never felt ugly, but I never felt like special, you know what I'm saying? Like how the light-skinned girls were treated, you know, the girls who went to the salon and had the fresh wrap every 2 weeks, you know what I'm saying? Like I was more of a tomboy, you know, I was more into my books and just, you know, things that like I wasn't really into my looks, you know what I'm saying, growing up. And we weren't the richest, you know, so I wasn't fortunate enough to have like the new Jordans and stuff like that growing up. And actually now thinking back on it, I'm so grateful. I wouldn't have it any other way, you know what I'm saying, because I do appreciate the struggle, and it's really taught me, you know, the things that I really truly value and that are meaningful to me, should I say, because that what's meaningful to me, to one person, may not be meaningful to another person. We always, you know, my mom always made sure that we had like, you know, new clothes for school, new shoes and stuff like that, my mom and dad. But, you know, like I said, it wasn't like, oh, you know, here's $100, go get those shoes, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you can get 2 pair of shoes for $100, you know what I mean? And it really didn't take until I was into my going into my like early adulthood years before I really like, you know, really just kind of elevated my spirit when it came to how I felt about myself, and what I felt like my standard of beauty was. Because I feel like that's what it was. Like growing up, yes, there were, you know, dark skinned, brown skinned, beautiful women. You know what I mean? We had Tweet, we had Kelly Rowland, you know. So I mean, there were some, but it's just like I always felt like, okay, well, you know, they either got the weave in, or you know what I'm saying. Like it was just something to me that I felt like, you know, there was like not enough representation of the type of female that I am. So that's kind of like really what I wanted to speak about today. It really, honestly, it took for me to begin on my natural hair journey, for me to kind of change my mind state, or should I say open my eyes on my idea of what beauty was. Because going down the journey that I took, you know, learning about, you know, my history as a Black woman, or, you know, African American, or, you know, indigenous people, melanated person, I really did see that, like, the standard of beauty that growing up I was idolizing was more so closer to the European standard than anything. And because I was teased a lot, because I do have very, very full lips, I do have, you know, a big forehead and a full nose, you know, I have Black features, you know what I mean? Like, for me, I kind of resented them growing up. You know, men would be very cruel and say, you know, DCLs, and if you know what that means, you know, as far as full lips, and just, you know what I mean? Like, not men, but like boys, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, granted, it was all in fun, you know, at least back then, like when I grew up, not everybody, but a lot of people got teased, you know what I'm saying? That's just a part of, it kind of gives you tough skin, you know, but when you're not constantly hearing that you're beautiful and you don't really see a lot of representation of yourself, you take it to heart, you know what I mean? Instead of it being like a fun little joke that you can kind of come with a rebuttal to, it became something that was, you know, kind of weighing on my self-esteem. So when entering into my hair journey, you know what I mean, learning to love my hair, that, you know, when I big chopped and when I was transitioning, you know what I'm saying, like, I was watching women that was type 4, but I was watching more women that were type 3, and it was like at the time you couldn't tell me that I was secretly trying to have hair like them, but I was, looking back on it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted to, you know, my expectations for what my hair was going to look like when I big chop were not, you know, ideal. They were not healthy. I'm not saying that I couldn't, like, you know, I'm not saying that a brown skinned woman and a dark skinned woman can't have type 3 hair, because that's not true. But for me, like, I already knew early on that I had kinky curly hair, you know what I'm saying? And yet, you know, I was not watching tutorials and, you know, I mean, doing hair care practices that were closer to my hair type. And then, like, growing up, I've always been like super skinny, you know what I'm saying? I never had big boobs, like, I never had a big butt. I did get a butt, like closer to, I would more so just like in college. I had a little bubble, you know what I'm saying, in high school, but I was still very, very, very slim. I'm already extremely slim up top, but I was even slimmer then, like, I was super slim, you know what I'm saying? That was before, you know, that grown woman weight hit. So it just, like, for me, I felt like I didn't have anything special going on. And like, that kind of hindered my sense of like style, because I didn't feel confident enough. Like, I'm like, oh, I can't wear that because I'm not that girl, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm that basic girl. Like, I don't have that look or have that aesthetic about myself to pull that off, you know. And then after freshman 15, and just certain things start kicking in, like my eating habits weren't good, and I gained a lot of weight. I ended up going up to like, I think 176 at my highest weight, or at my heaviest weight, should I say. And I was really, really self-conscious. And so it took for me having a very, very great support team or support system behind me, very genuine, loving people, and just for myself to be like, okay, something gotta change, you know what I mean? And then at that time, I was learning about food and like the things that are being put in the food, and you know what I'm saying? Like I said, that was kind of like the beginning of my journey. So I just was learning so much, and I'm like, oh no, you know what I'm saying? This food is killing us, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not a tall girl, so I'm extremely overweight, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm too young to be having these issues, for my knees to be popping, and for me to, not want to wear like a crop top because my stomach is huge, and me constantly have to suck my stomach in, and you know what I mean, feeling like my man gonna leave me because I'm overweight, and he got me at this weight, and now I'm like way more, and it just was a lot of things going on. So I had to find it within myself to say that, I love myself enough to take care of myself. At the time when I was gaining weight, I was also breaking out, and it just was, I was super insecure, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had went to a dermatologist, and something that he prescribed for me, because I had like a huge bump like right here, it actually ended up lightening my skin, to the point where when I went back to him, he didn't even know what was going on. He wanted to send me to a specialist that was like an hour away, that my insurance at the time did not cover, because I was on like government insurance. So it just was like, at that point, I'm like, okay, I'm done with the chemicals, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start using more natural products on my face, and that really changed the game for me. You know what I'm saying? Using black soap, not using like, I think I was using like Proactive, and I was just trying to do things that everybody else was doing. That's pretty much what I'm trying to say, because I don't want to sound like I'm all over the place. But it's like, once you kind of find yourself and be true to who you genuinely are, so I'm not saying that you can't try new things, and but don't do something on the strength of somebody else. Do it because that's something that you genuinely want to do. You've researched it, and it'll be beneficial to you, not because it's a fad or phase, or because another YouTuber is doing it, or like I was seeing people who were claiming to use Proactive, and it's like, at the time, so somebody told me, like, you don't even have any acne problems. Why are you using Proactive? You know what I'm saying? You had one pimple that turned into a dark mark, and you know what I'm saying? You end up going to a dermatologist who end up messing your skin up. You know what I'm saying? But it's not, you don't have cystic acne or anything. So why are you going to the, why are you using something like that? You know what I'm saying? And I really didn't have an answer. Like, I'm not gonna say like I've never been like a follower growing up, but I have been scared to be who I am a whole lot, and I've been the type of person that'll shut myself and put myself into like this little shell and be this quiet person, when I'm really this goofy, fun, outgoing person that does like to have time to herself, if you want to put a label on it, that is introverted, but I've just always been scared to be that person. Like, even in relationships, I've always been trying to please other people and make it seem like I'm this perfect girlfriend, and I don't argue, and I'm this and I don't do that, and because I'm afraid of what you may think, and it's just like, that's not healthy, and that's not the way that relationships should go. You should be able to be genuinely who you are, and they should either accept that, or that's not the person for you. You know what I'm saying? And it really took a long time for me to figure that out, but once I was able to figure that out and kind of just realize, my potential and what I bring to the universe, and what my own journey is about, it really was one of the most beautifulest things ever. It's like, I felt like I was coming into my awakening, coming into myself all at the same time, you know what I mean? Like I stopped eating meat, and I was changing my mind state. You know, I was paying more attention to the nature and the universe, you know what I'm saying, getting more aligned with my chakras. I was doing yoga, you know, you know what I'm saying, stop relaxing my hair, and you know what I'm saying, like it just, all of that happened at the same time. So for me, like that was something that really changed me for the better. And you know, I just want to say, like, especially to, you know, any young viewers watching, or, you know, parents, if you have, you know what I'm saying, like a daughter, even sons too, but, you know, I'm only speaking from my perspective, that, you know, showing them that who they truly make up, and, you know, the weave and wigs and everything, like, you are beautiful, you are enough, you don't have to be like these celebrities, and, you know what I mean, like, all of that's an act, you know what I'm saying, they're putting that on for entertainment, you know what I'm saying, but, you know, they're not, no one's naturally born that way, you know what I'm saying, like, if you go to school and you don't wear makeup and you have a pimple on your face, you're gonna be fine, the world is not gonna end, you're not ugly, you know what I'm saying, you know, nobody's perfect, because nowadays, like when I was 15, please, wasn't nobody wearing no makeup. No, like even prom, like you might have seen a couple girls wear a little bit of makeup for like prom and homecoming and stuff, but damn sure not on no everyday basis. I mean, it kind of is just crazy how times change, and you know where people's priorities are. Like, I'm not saying anything's wrong with that, you know what I'm saying, I'm not bashing that, you know, and I'm not saying that I would never wear makeup, but what I'm saying is it's a time and place for everything. And as a young lady growing up, who you're already trying to figure out who you are, and you probably are already going through, you know, self-esteem issues and things, like even some of the most prettiest girls that I know, you know what I'm saying, when I got to know them, like they would open up to me, they would be super insecure, you know what I'm saying, and I used to be like, you are beautiful, like what, I would kill to look like you, literally, you know what I'm saying, and it just would be like, nah, but you know, you're like, I would love to be like you know what I'm saying, like you're so confident in your own self, and you know, all the guys like you because you're cool, you're not trying to be anything other than who you are, you know what I'm saying, like when you go around them, you could be comfortable, you know, you don't have to try to be this prissy girl, you even eat in front of them, you know what I mean, it was just like, you know, if only they knew, you know, so the grass is never greener on the other side, and it's just, you know, I really do appreciate being born into my skin, being born a black woman with afro kinky curly hair. I really wouldn't trade it for the world. And I don't know if I got all my twists out, but y'all, I'm starting to turn into a twist out girl, and it's crazy because I never thought I would say that. Like, I'd never really liked twist outs all like that. I was more of a braid out person. Ooh. But that's because when my hair was shorter, I was trying to show my length off. And now that it's got some length on it, like the styles just hold better for me when they're twists. So I'm probably gonna come back to you guys when I figure out what I'm about to put on real quick, because this video is already 20 minutes. I mean, I personally like longer videos. Like, I like vlog style chit chat videos, especially when it's about some content that really matter. But I know that most people's attention span is not going to get them to watch no 20-minute video, you know what I'm saying, about me just talking, especially because I'm not talking about any drama or anything like that. But, you know, for the people that are interested, then this is me. This is the type of channel that I'm gonna have. There are gonna be shorter videos, you know what I'm saying, but when it's a topic that I feel that's important, I want to talk about it, you know. So yeah, let me know down below. I want to start something where I kind of like maybe do my hair and talk about a topic. So it can be about spirituality, it can be about, you know, my perspective on religion, you know what I'm saying, it can be about, you know, things that are going on in the Black community, my favorite anime. I mean, whatever you guys want to see me talk about, then I will talk about that, honestly. But let me go find something to wear and I'll be back. This is my hair, final result. Got some gel. And this is my little chill outfit. I don't know, I think I got this from like Forever 21. And some black leggings. It's special because we ain't about to do nothing. I'm about to go in here and watch some anime and get some food. So, yeah. Like I said, I will see you guys in the very next video. Thanks for watching. Namaste.